My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Jacob and I are going to walk through our favorite entries for UFC London Prize Picks. If you don't know what Prize Picks is, it's daily fantasy. It is super easy and very flexible. You come in here, you build your custom entry, your custom slates, and you determine what your payout is. It's a lot of fun. Follow along. But first, go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, sign up, make a deposit, and they will instantly match that deposit up to $100. You give them 50, they'll give you 50. You give them 100, they'll give you 100. Take that instant deposit match, build some entries, and if you win some money, great. If not, no big deal. It was their money to begin with. wewantpicks.com/prizepicks. So Jacob, let's go ahead.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm okay.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go ahead and build a few entries. We've had a ton of success recently building some of these entries. So let's go ahead. Right now, we're on fight minutes. So we're going to build an entry that includes fight minutes, potentially significant strikes, takedowns, and maybe even fantasy score. So let's take a look at fight minutes here. The easiest thing I like to do is say, who do I think is going to win inside the distance? And then see what those lines are. Gunnar Nelson, 8.5 minutes. You think Gunnar Nelson's fight ends before 8.5 minutes? A little more than one round?
I think it probably should, given the discrepancy in grappling ability. It probably should, honestly. He should be able to take him down and submit him, I would think, in 3 or 4 minutes.
I agree. He has had a 2-year layoff, so he might be a little rusty. 6 minutes for Sergey Pavlovich. I'm very confident there. 2 heavyweight strikers. His opponent has been knocked out a few fights in a row here. And Sergey Pavlovich, another guy coming off a 2-year layoff, but hits like a truck. I don't imagine this fight's going to get much farther than the first round. Tom Aspinall, let's leave that alone. Nikita Krylov, 10 minutes. That's probably a more. Let's leave that alone. We don't need to force anything here. Let's just stick with Sergey for now. Then significant strikes. This is actually, frankly and honestly, between us gals, significant strikes is harder than most of these, and I normally leave these off a slate, but I always check it out and look for something ridiculously low, like this 18.5 here, or something ridiculously high. And this is significant strikes, not total strikes, which is a little interesting. What do you think of this 18.5?
Honestly, it is a little, because he's a grappler that wants to grapple. He's not a ground and pound, mount you and TKO you type of guy. So if he gets you down, he's just going to be working to get your back, to get submissions. But, you know, in those exchanges, a lot of times you're trying to soften the guy up to try and get under his neck and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's a tough number. You would think more, but, you know, if he gets him down and gets his back, he's not going to throw hardly any strikes. So.
Yeah, let's leave. We don't need to force anything here. We still have takedowns and fantasy score.
In my opinion, I saw the 24.5 for Ilya, and I think that fight goes longer than people think. He's coming up in weight. I don't think the takedown is going to be quite as easy for him to get. He's against another striker. I think he's going to be forced to strike in this matchup. He can definitely win that striking matchup, but that's the first one that caught my eye. But I see this fight a little bit different than most people, because I hate Ilya.
So let's leave this one here. The Molly McCann is pretty high. This is pretty high.
That was the other one that caught my eye.
Yeah, we'll grab Molly McCann and we'll continue building. Now we have takedowns. 2 takedowns for Corey McKenna, 3 for Jack Shore over Timur Valiev. I don't think so. You think Jack Shore gets 3 takedowns over Timur Valiev?
I don't think that's a picture of Jack Shore, is it?
Well, it's still Jack Shore. It's not, but it's still Jack Shore. 3 takedowns is a lot over another.
He's an underrated. He's an underrated grappler, and if it goes into the 3rd round, I think he's going to have the cardio advantage. It is. I agree. It is high though.
Let's go ahead and add that. Gunnar Nelson, 1.5 takedowns. I think he only needs 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
We'll go ahead and add
one
that.
Should be a submission for him.
You think Ilya? I mean, Ilya Taporia must get more than 1.5, because Hanato Moicano took down Jai Herbert 5 times.
That's another one that if he gets him down once, he could submit him. But, I mean, Jai's so long and stuff, you would think that it would take more than 1. So that's probably the safer place, over 1.5.
So we have added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different entries to our slate. So let me show you the payout. This is where it gets very exciting. So Sergey Pavlovich, we said under 6 minutes of fight time. Molly McCann, under 85 significant strikes. Jack Shore, I'm saying under on takedowns. Gunnar Nelson, now I'm not loving it in here. Does he need 2 takedowns?
It's so tricky too, because takedowns are tricky when you get in that range, because it's like what do they score a takedown, right? If you get him to a knee but then get his back, you don't really have a takedown, but sometimes they count it. Takedowns are
he's out. Sometimes. So we're down to 4 and Ilia Topuria over. So let's just say we're throwing $10 at this. We have 2 options. We can do, if all 4 of these hit, $10 wins us $50. Or we can do, or in this flex play, if one of them misses, we go 3 for 4. We still 1.5 times our money. Or we can say, no. This is going to hit. $10 to win 100. So let's look at it again and see our risk.
Scared money don't make money.
I know, $10 to win 100. All right, let's lock it in. $10 to win 100. We've had some success recently. That's locked in. Let's build one more slate that's safer. We'll just do 3, and we have to do new people. So, fight minutes. Was there anything here that we loved or didn't love that we didn't grab?
Honestly, I'd go under Patty, 7.5. I mean, that's a round and a half, and I think we both think that. I think it's gonna be fireworks in the first round, and something will happen, in my opinion.
Right, so we'll do Patty under 7.5. Let's go significant strikes. Was there anything here? Significant strikes is so hard. Let's leave it alone. You're saying Ilia over 24.5. Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And takedowns.
I almost feel like Arnold Allen should be over. I think Arnold Allen's going to surprise people with his grappling. Maybe not, but
yeah. That
actually, give me a. I would do. Yeah, you had it on Molly McCann. I would do over. I would do over.
I agree
for sure. I think that's her path to victory. So,
all right. So we're doing under Patty fight time, over strikes on Ilia, under on Molly McCann. Now, you only have.
You're doing under. I thought it was over 1.5.
Sorry, I meant to say over on Molly McCann. You're right. So if we do flex pay, 3, 2.5 times our money. 2, 1.25 times our money. So we get, we still make some money. Are we going flex pay or power play again?
Oh, it's 100% power play.
Let's go power play. So 10 to win 50. Let's lock that in. Guys, you get the gist. And if you got anything from this video, it is how flexible PrizePicks is. You can build what you think is a perfect entry. You can make it massive and then do the flex pay option, or you could do a few small ones that you're positive are going to hit and refine that. Tons of options, tons of flexibility. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit up to $100.